Hello, and yes, I'm actually the level 641 on an island guy. So, I guess you might actually want to know what my island is like. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go in depth with this. So, this island is called Gooba Island, which is actually directly referencing my song called Goobaland, where Goobaland is actually a fictional island there. And yeah. So, population is 70 because I actually maxed out the population there, but well, I guess I'll get to it later. But in the meantime, before I actually go ahead and explore the island with you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show you something. I'm gonna show you something. So this one right here is actually something that I sketched back in back in February of this year. You can see that there's menus, there's right price, my treasures, and all that. Because that's actually what I can gather during the direct or something, like the direct footage, like the Tomoria, the my treasures thing, and yeah, a lot of that. But I actually had to make some changes from time to time. But that's the main island. Like the main island is mostly the same. But all right, let's go ahead and get to it. So you start off with the dock right here, where ships or yeah, maybe cruise ships or shipping containers or like let's say cargo ships or something that can actually dock here and then well unload their own passengers or cargo or whatever. And then we have some really fresh vending machine. Like it's full of fresh drinks, probably healthy ones, but who knows? But the travelers might actually have something to drink once they get off here. There's also a clock here, just in case you don't even know what the time is and when the ship arrives. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the dock. Let's go ahead and head into Goober Island. So you can see that I tried to go for a futuristic vibe here, but I kind of failed because I don't even know how to do holograms. But at least I do know how to make use of the lighting features, so it kind of makes it look futuristic, I guess. I don't know. I tried, but it kind of looks like it kind of looks like Japan and some futuristic things had a baby or something, but I'm not too sure. Uh, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the island builder. Go to the R, and that's the layout itself. The island actually, the island actually stuck to what I originally planned a bit. I mean, actually, most of it is actually stuck to it, like to its original plans. But there's some late additions, like there's some last minute additions here. Like for example, this island right here. Yeah, this island right here is actually not planned in there because it was a last minute planning. Like it was something that's done last minute, and it is some sort of way to expand the island for sure. Because there were like too many people moving in with each other, and then they're actually causing this whole main island here to be like some sort of ghost town though. But don't worry, this town here is alive. This town here is alive. But the main while the main island is like alive and such, this one is more dead. Like look at this. Look at all of the group apartments here. They're like all dead and such. This is also a last minute addition because more people are actually moving in with each other. Yeah. Let me go ahead and turn off the grid because it looks better without the grid. The four lighthouses that I placed right here because I don't know. Since the island has like four corners, I think there should be some sort of lifeguard. Oh, yeah, someone actually moved in. Someone actually moved in, but I gotta go ahead and fix that later. So we have a lighthouse again here, another one, and there is like another one like at the end right here. That's four lighthouses. And also there's like billboards that you can actually see around here, like these things. This is like a software Go reference. Of course, there's menus at the center, which is what I originally planned. There's the fountain. There's the yeah, those shops here around here. There's the marketplace. Initially, I actually thought having like more than one marketplace would actually give you like more mystery bags, but I was wrong. I was wrong. Or should I say more food and clothes? Yeah, I was wrong. There's the me wheel here. Originally, it was like supposed to be somewhere around here, but I had to shift it here because space reasons. And then we have the islands. I mean, we have the apartments here. I actually had to design all of them with pallet house because it kind of feels weird to actually put like landed houses in a city. And also, there's some toilets here. Public Wave Corporation. That's an inside joke that I actually in my friend group. Yeah, in my friend group. And the Tomoya restaurants are like the Tomoya restaurants are like chains in this island because seems like more than oops. Whoa. Sorry about that. Seems like yeah, because I decided to turn Tomoya into some sort of chain here because oh my god! Okay, so I decided to change. I decided to make Tomoya some sort of restaurant chain here because there are like a lot of people going to Tomoya from time to time. So yeah, that's why we probably need more space. And what I do, well, literally build more Tomoya restaurants. Ha! Buy one get 993. That doesn't really exist in the real world. But it's something we can dream of for sure. There's like more billboards here, and this one's like Guiley Talks and all that. If you actually have been a fan of my channel, then you know, but I'm pretty sure most of you aren't. So I'll get to it later on. Uh, so yeah, that's actually my island right here. And if you actually want to know about my island info, here it is. Here's the additional details. 70 residents, and they're all balanced except for the NB gender. I tried my best to actually get things balanced here, and the average age is like 27. But somehow, yeah, because for some reason I decided to make some of the Mii's 150 years old, and that happened. The quality of life is 51, and the island vibe is lively. So the care records right here. Yes, I recently got 1,000 happiness level raises, and there's 1,103 Mii Ponomies resolved. The wishing fountain level is 641, which is what I recently uploaded. 129 wishes granted because I'm actually stockpiling on wishes till the next season or something. Yeah, till the next season. And the land uses are all green, and I used 51 objects so far, which is the max that we can go at the moment because it's not even summer or autumn winter yet. It's still spring. And there's 323 pairs of friendships, 24 couples formed, 18 marriages made, and 6 kids born. That's the additional details here. And the resident personalities, we have wow, it's gonna be really hard for me to calculate all of this, but yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that's actually going on here. I think I put way too many charmer. Like the majority of it is literally charmer. Yeah. And the island lingo, well, yeah. There's a lot. Like I think I had like over 200. Yeah, I have like over 200. I don't really bother trying to read all of this. That would make the video way too long. Anyways, that's the additional island details, and if you wanna know what Fresh Kingdom things I have, actually, hey Miku. So daily specials minus this rotation, and here are the food that I have here. Yeah, there's a lot of food that I actually have here, and the desserts are like, why would okay, whoever decided it's a good idea to sell banana peels in a grocery store is unhinged. Like, seriously. Why would you do that? Okay, so the desserts right here, and oh yeah, I forgot. the ruined meal is also sold here, which is... I have no words why the ruined meal is here in the first place, but it is here. So... yeah, spoiled milk. Someone probably let the milk expire in some sort of fridge or something in the grocery shop, and this happens. But yeah, that's a grocery shop. I'll go ahead and get to the pallet house creations later on, but for now, let's go ahead and go to the other shops. Wear and wear clothing. So the wear and wear clothing, yeah, is actually like this. Nothing really noteworthy about it, because I don't know. Sometimes they might be forgettable and all that. But here are the clothes I have. I don't really want to read through all of this, so you're free to pause the video if you actually want to take a look at all of this. Yeah, there's a lot of it. I even got the Jester outfit, which really suits Hugh Morris. Quite a humorous me character, I should say. Okay, so that's the wear and wear section, and if you want to know what's inside the TNC Reno, oh hey May, this one's actually my weekly special, which is a whopping $5,000. Dang. So, and these are like my weekly specials here, those things, and those are all of the yeah, I actually unlocked every single one of the wishes. Yeah, I actually unlocked all of the wishes for now, because I still have a lot to go. Oh, oops. But yeah, I actually unlocked every single one of them. Like, yeah, unlocked every single one of those. I just gotta wait for the next season. Anyways, the quick build amenities, I'm pretty sure you already saw, like, I actually own everything. I think this one, unless there's an update that actually adds more quick builds or something, or there's a new season, yeah, not worth showing it. Because it basically has everything that you guys have if you actually maxed it out or completed the game. Okay, so, if you're wondering what is in the pallet house, okay, so here's what I have created. So here's my first creation. Initially the game gave me a cake to actually work on, but I decided, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and create mine from scratch. So I actually removed the cake and then just drew a Gaili egg. Yeah, the Gaili egg is kind of like an inside joke where Gaili hatches from the egg as a way to be born. But I'll get back to it later on. This is some foreign concept that most of you probably do not even know unless you're an existing fan of my channel. So since this island is like goober themed, we have a goo burger. We actually have a goo burger here because it's just a goober sandwich between two buns. We have salt, yes, just plain salt. It's kind of like a reference to where I actually used to eat a spoonful of salt, and this is like the result. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add this for fun. Carrots with ranch on top, which is something I came up at random because, yeah, I actually unlocked shredded carrots, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Bacon and ice cream, which is something me and Determined actually did during our meetup there. I can't forget that day, not gonna lie. We actually did a meetup. I think it's still my favorite day to this day. Goober ice cream. Yeah, it's just goober ice cream. It's basically like 2 scoops of goobers onto an ice cream cone or waffle cone or whatever you call it. TV dinner, which is like an in-casting. Yeah, in-casting TV is like some sort of quote-unquote fictional. Yeah, it's like some sort of fictional TV channel thing where I usually stream in. Yeah, it's a fictional. Yeah, it's actually a fictional one. And goober cola, goober tasting, with more goober tasting, I guess. Methamphetamine, which is, I don't know why I decided it's a good idea to actually add methamphetamine in there, but I thought it's funny. Fried garlic egg, which is actually meant to be some sort of, yes, again, that's a joke because my friend group just keeps on making something like easy over scrambled, and this is the result. Greater Than Cereals, which is actually an angry face that I actually did, that I actually usually do in my server and all that, maybe once in my post. But yeah, Greater Than Cereals is something that I previously did. Edible Computer, which is actually a reference to Eat the Computer by, I don't know who made Eat the Computer. I think it's Coda or something. Yeah, I think the composer called Coda actually made Edible, like made Eat the Computer or something. Yeah, I can't remember. Butter, which is basically a really bright version of gold ingot. Uh, if you remember Skydar's Minecraft, yeah, that's something that he's known for, but he unfortunately fell off hard. I think probably Goober Pop, which is basically a lollipop, which you actually lick the goober head just to, like, let's say eat it. I guess gaily colored goober pizza, which is basically a purple pizza with goober, yeah, with goober toppings on it. Gaily colored because it's literally purple. And then Italians with, and then salted Italians, which is literally pizza, but it's topped with French fries and ketchup. Yeah, Lionfield is gonna kill me for this for sure, and probably hit me with a not approved thing. And also this, Italians would hate this, which is basically ketchup drizzle, French fries, hamburgers, and also an ice cream with a cherry on top. Nothing Burger, which is actually just buns. Terrible Meal, which is probably like a worse version of Ruined Meal. I think that's like a lot of ingredients to actually walk through, so I'll go ahead and walk you guys through this. So we have Tomodachi Live on the Switch here. Yeah, it basically uses the ruined meal except add more things to make it worse. Like there's ketchup drizzle, there's fries here, there's a hedgehog here, there's a cat here, there's a Not Weezer here, which is a parody of the Weezer Blue album. There's a bicycle here, there's sprinkles here. Yeah, that's yeah, that's what I actually did. I only just didn't think, I just made those random food items here. And there's diabetes. Uh, there's like a lot of ice cream here. There's a lot. There's like sundae here. Actually, it's a milkshake. There's an ice lolly here. There's a butter cookie here. There's an apple here. There's an ice cream cone here. There's a cherry here, and one of my fans here, which is the brownie, and also some sprinkles. Yeah, that's kind of it, I guess. Schmitty's Awesome Oats, which is actually a reference to the Jackbox games. I don't know why did I decide to put Schmitty's head on it. Yes, this is my take on Schmitty because I don't even know what the actual Schmitty full body actually looks like. And there's also the cats, like the kittens from the Quiplash series, because Schmitty is actually the host of Quiplash 1, 2, and 3, by the way. And there's a Garlic Sour Egg drink. I just made it because someone asked for something sour. Yeah, someone asked for something sour to eat or something, so I just get that. The question mark hoodie is actually Gaily's choice of hoodie, and also the purple shorts. This one's mine, the Weekends clothes. Yeah, Weekends with a Tree, which is actually a stream series that I am streaming right now, but might not stream as often because of college. And this is just blank for anyone that doesn't feel like wearing something. Like, that doesn't feel like wearing something colorful today. And a cheesy hoodie because there's Cheesely here, which is like a cheese version of Gaily. Is actually some sort of joke that spawned after a cheese raid in my server. Don't worry, it's not an actual Discord raid, it's just a cheese raid. That's it. Goober Tea, which is some sort of Goober merch, but that's unfortunately the only Goober merch that I actually made. He, which is actually something that I usually do as some sort of mouse, like like that. And also there's a red bird people shirt and the blue bird people shirt. Yeah, I decided to name it like that. I don't know, I kinda do not like when things are forced, so yeah. Love hoodie. This is actually custom created because we had like a baby or something, and turns out to be a Sisley. I actually picked that name, by the way. And those are the accessories that I custom made for them. And also there's Pinky, which is for the Fall Guys. Red is for the imposter, or should I say the crewmate, in yeah, it is actually one of these. And there's yellow, which is for Peely, and also the Google Blob that I have. And for the and for my treasures, well, there's the Goobert, which is a Goober version of the bird, the default bird. And also there's a dog bird, which is obviously a Goober version of a dog. Not Weezer, which is actually a parody of the Weezer album. And ironic news. Yeah, how ironic, because in casting TV, yeah, my studio looks like a news station, like a news channel or something, like a news station set or something. So it's like an ironic news, and this is how ironic. The art of greater than C, which is actually, I don't know why. I don't know why that I actually made that, but it's just to meme the angry face. There's a graphics card because I don't know. I don't know why did I make that. Among Us, although I gotta admit, there are people that done better Among Us than me. Sad. Half-ass game, which is actually just, yeah, it's actually just a template one, except just draw things poorly. Miku 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 is actually the Hatsune Miku. You basically just put in the face of Hatsune Miku on the album and then just call it a day. And I'm not gonna talk about this. This one's actually a joke that I made back in season 1 episode of Weekends with a Tree. Yeah, it is where I actually flip out because I'm not calling Twitter X, okay? 3 Ways to Win in Quiplash, which is actually a reference to the Quiplash series by Jackbox Games. Guiding the Origins, which is a reference to Backstory. Music Before an Orbital Strike, which is actually one of my fans OCs, which is called Orbit. Gothic Phone, which is something that I usually stream. Highlight, which is actually, well, just a gem that I actually like. And also the track, and also a track that I actually released on my YouTube channel. You're free to check it out. There's Ghosty, which is actually Batista's OC. Yeah, one of my friends' OCs, which is like Batista. Yeah, Ghosty. A Ruby, because I did this in a VC, and I don't know why. And there's a Ramstick. I actually jokingly gave my niece, yeah, some of my nieces. And Book of Love by Dr. Hakim, which is probably the proudest one that I actually made, is actually a reference to It Takes Two's Dr. Hakim character. Yeah, I did play that game before, with the comment, of course. And also, oh boy. Okay, so these are the apartments itself. Those are different variations. They're like the colors of the rainbow and such. But this one, I named it Apartment 3A because I know that the number 4, it means bad luck in some cultures like the Chinese culture and Japanese culture. So I'm like, I'm gonna name it 3A instead. So group apartment ones are like, yeah, those are for group. Those are for groups. So it's like whenever there's a new group house or something, I would usually switch to this type of exterior and then do it. And also there's lava. I don't know why they decided to make lava. I think I decided to make that for my Talk Time episode for fun. And also, oh boy, this one. So this one's there's gonna be a lot. So this one's a reference to these. So this one's actually a reference to a software gore, which is like, it goes like, amazing Russian bombshells want to date you. Yeah, it's actually a reference to software gore. And also the URP, which is also a reference to software gore. Food, which is a reference to the time when I get mad at food. Buy one get 99 free. Yeah, those things you already seen here. No. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Madion's Victory. And this one's out now, which is some sort of promotional material for my hit called I Am Not. Yeah, you get the idea. Placeholder apartment, which is actually something I place if there's no one living there because I didn't want it to be empty. Jack Complex, which is actually a reference to You Don't Know Jack by Jackbox Games. And these are the things I made for the roads. Your ad here another one. It's kind of like a placeholder because I was just running out of ad ideas and such. And also there's like group apartment placeholders, and there's a lot of small buildings here for the the placeholder group apartments, and also the existing ones because they're actually apartments like group apartments. Mine here actually uses multiple buildings or objects. Manhole, which is actually just me. WC Donald's, which is actually a reference to the WC Donald's commercial in my Weekends with a Tree stream series, where one of the ads is like WC Donald's. Plane Hanger, which is actually something that I actually planned for my island, but I didn't get to it because it was because many residents keep on living with each other, so I had to scrap the idea. Big Line, which is actually some sort of yeah, Big Line is actually meant to be used for the airport, but I didn't get to it. Public Wave Corporation, yeah, that's literally like a water closet. And there's the roads. Yeah, you can see how complex are the roads. I actually had to design like 10 separate ones just for this. But yeah, that's my creations in Pallet House. Alright, that's a lot. Like, yeah, that's a lot of things I had to do. Uh, but I actually do have like the residents I want to go through. Here's me. Here's Undercover Sky, which is actually my main in Fortnite that I haven't touched Fortnite in a long time. Gylie is actually my assistant, so I actually created Gylie in my past era, and then I decided to bring them over for my new era, which is the Weekends with a Tree era, and they serve as an assistant to my channel and such, setting up stuff and all that, probably greeting others. Yeah. Alexios, which is actually one of my fans. Burbo is actually a fan and also one of the moderators in my server and also a channel. Goober, which is actually just a default Goober that you actually get, which is like a template. So yeah, you can actually take a look at Gooberland and such if you want. That's one of my songs. Halsey, which is actually one of my fans OCs. Brownie, another fan OC. Orbit, yet another fan OC that I actually mentioned previously. Minnie, a fan. Biff, a fan. Cheesy, obviously an inside joke. Barry, fan. Faye, it's an OC of mine from my past era. Kitten is actually from the Quiplash series. I believe it's like Quiplash 2 and 3 or something. I can't remember when the kitten first appeared, but the kitten did appear in Quiplash. It's from Jackbox Games if you want to check it out. Matthewis, or how you pronounce it, is actually one of my fans. Isaac was an OC from my past era in casting TV because I thought it would be funny to add an entire TV company in there as a me for some reason. Napkin, which is actually a me, or should I say a fan of mine. Cynthia is actually one of my OCs that I made during my past era. It's actually from the True Love music video, but unless you're into my past era, then no, really do not search for it. Like, yeah, I mean, because actually I don't know what to say. Anyways, but yeah, that's actually a character from my past era, which is actually one of my OCs. This one's a joke character. It's actually literally the angry face with it. Yeah, it's greater than C. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Nano water, or should I say distilled water, is actually one of my fans. Grin is from the Shelter music video by Marion and Porter Robinson. Mouse is actually an animal that I like. Yeah, the NB consists of actual non-binaries or genderless or ambiguous characters. So yeah, or soulless ones, of course. Dearly is actually one of my friends' OCs. Hatsune Miku, we all know who that is. It's a Vocaloid, of course. Rat, because yeah. Alex, one of my fans. 02 from Darling in the Franks, of course. Yomi here, which is from the tomodachi Life US cover. Steve Gaming, which is actually one of my fans. Because apparently he actually requested just make a Steve me, and I'm like, I don't know. It feels like I'm adding Steve into my island, but Yeah, I don't know. Two-Face, which is from Vine Sauce. Shopkeeper, which is from which is actually from the EU, the EU version of the 3DS that serves as some sort of cashier or something. Randall, which is one of my fans. Abby from Professor, and also one of the Wii Sports Mii's, I guess. Koala, which is actually when I used to be a koala, I think. Now I'm a rat after all. That rat, which is actually one of my fans. I actually tried to draw that rat because it's literally a prototype, and I'm like, after I'm done with that, I'm like, please don't tell me to draw you again, okay? Anne is actually from the Living the Dream review trailer. Yeah, she actually appears and says, thank goodness it was just a dream or something. Uh, yeah, I think that's what she said. Alien is from the Living the Dream direct. Schmitty is actually the Schmitty is actually the Quiplash host, of course. But unfortunately, I don't see any actual references of Schmitty or something officially by Jackbox Games. Yeah, those trees are actually from Jackbox Games. So Schmitty is actually a host of Quiplash. Dottie is actually a host of Push the Button, which is some sort of social deduction game like Among Us. Max Bubbles or M Bubbles is actually from Job Job, one of my favorite Jackbox games. Quite a funny game, I should say. I sometimes do stream it from time to time. Calamus, which is actually from One Shot, of course. Alula, obviously. Nico, yeah, those trees are actually from One Shots, where Nico is the protagonist and such. Yeah, those two are siblings. Jonesy from Fortnite, Hope from Fortnite, of course. A Cicely, which is actually a baby that has been born, like the first ever baby that's actually born on this island. Yeah, so I decided, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it. I just find the baby system underwhelming when you actually move the baby, like when you tell the baby, hey, go ahead and live somewhere else, and yeah, it just deletes the baby without keeping a record, which is quite disappointing. Hugh Morris, which is obviously from the Living the Dream Direct. I'm pretty sure I don't really need to explain this that much because it's already iconic. It's really iconic because yeah, people keep on memeing on it. Crystal, yes, Crystal with that crazy voice. Mocha, the teddy bear that Angie has from a childhood. Fall Guy, which is actually obviously a Fall Guy from Fall Guys. Liz, which is really reimagined from what I previously created. Uh, that's actually that's actually a character that made just for Tupper Box, but I heavily reimagined it to look like this. Mice, which is actually Mouse and Rat's baby. Yeah, that happens. Uh, Cody and May, which is actually from both of them are actually from It Takes Two, where Cody and May were trying to do a divorce or something, but then at least they reconciled after, like, at the end of the game. Pretty good game, but make sure to have a friend with you before playing it, because it's a co-op game after all. Creamy, which is actually Housies and Brownies, child or something. So yeah, Creamy is here. And it looks like an object show character as well because both of them look like object shows. Beef Boss, obviously Professor, and How to Make a Hamburger Me tutorial. Sissy Faden from Control, which is actually some sort of fast-paced game where I have to keep moving around. I actually had a lot of hours in the game though. Milk, which is obviously Mompa's friend, of course. Install this, which is actually from my past era and now turned into my current era with the hardware guide. You can actually see it in my weekends series if you want to. Mio, which is actually from Split Fiction, and also Zoe. Yeah, Mio and Zoe are actually from Split Fiction, which is actually a cool game that me and Determined actually tried out. So crewmate is actually from Among Us. I'm pretty sure you guys know about it, but could also be named Imposter if you want. Bubbles is actually obviously from the UK Direct. Yeah, because people kept on shipping humors and bubbles, and it's quite a humorous ship, I should say. I'm pretty sure this is like a BBC reference. Citra no entry, which is obviously a direct reference to the Citra thing, where if you actually don't have me data installed or something, then you will actually get this face. Yeah, the no entry face. Peely, which is actually from Fortnite, where it's literally just an anthropomorphic banana that Jonesy befriends, like Jonesy's friend or something. Kasane Teto, which is actually, yeah, blowing up recently and doesn't really need any much introduction other than, well, she's the Vocaloid. Google Blob, which is actually a discontinued thing by Google. And I used to use the headphones blob as my profile picture, so I thought, yeah, I think I can go ahead and reference the Google Blob here. And Meowly, which is actually the final and also the 70th me that I actually created, is actually something that I thought of because, well, I ran out of ideas, and that's pretty much it for my Mii's. Wow. Whew. So, oh dear, I actually have some problems that I have to solve. So, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video and say thanks for watching. And I'm not sure if I might actually show you guys more of this, but yeah, there's a lot. I had poured like a lot of hours into this game. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you whenever, I guess.